Suicide is a big problem in our country. Now, the latest numbers show that 1,131 people died by suicide in Missouri in 2023. Now, that number is down 7% from 1,214 suicides in Missouri in 2022. But Missouri's suicide rate is still higher than the national average. One local health department is trying to make a difference by providing suicide prevention training to hundreds of people in the past 3 years. Educators recently brought this training to some firefighters in Taney County.
If you ask a question, you can save a life. And we've seen this work right here in Taney County many times.
Educators from the Taney County Health Department are training these Western Taney County firefighters about suicide prevention.
Most of us are touched by suicide. Some of us have lost family members, loved ones, friends, schoolmates, or colleagues.
The program is called QPR, which stands for Question, Persuade, Refer.
If they've got some other mental illness, depression, moodiness.
Environmental public health specialist Brenda Seawald and community health educator Kara Miller shared warning signs to look for and how to talk to someone who may be having suicidal thoughts.
We talk to you about how to question people if you feel that they are suicidal, who to refer them to, and the best way to persuade them to stay alive.
Firefighters encounter people on their worst days.
We've all been probably touched by somebody that has either contemplated it, has actually done it, or you know of somebody, so it's close to home. And
Corey Roebuck is a former Western Taney County firefighter. He's now the district's fire chaplain and felt it was important for the firefighters to get this training.
I think as a firefighter for 13 years, I've been on some of those calls where people have committed suicide, unfortunately, and I can think of people that I know or family members that have been close to it, either contemplated it, and so now I think we have some tools to maybe recognize early on and prevent something going forward.
Including the 16 firefighters and support personnel who are here for this training session, the Taney County Health Department has now trained more than 1,100 people on suicide prevention strategies. The health department started doing the training 3 years ago.
The very first training that we did for House of Hope here in Branson, and they used it that next day to persuade someone to stay alive. So that's how fast it can work.
They were concerned when they learned suicide is the third leading cause of death in Missouri for youth and young adults.
I know that we've had several teenagers in some of the schools die by suicide, and so we are trying to prevent that for sure.
The training isn't just for the people these firefighters encounter, it's to help them too. There are no official numbers, but it's estimated that at least 100 firefighters in the U.S. die by suicide every year.
Unfortunately, we have seen numerous events like this over the course of my 20 years.
Assistant Fire Chief Jim Ferguson has been a firefighter for close to 30 years. He says it's important for firefighters to take care of themselves physically and mentally.
There has been an increase in firefighter suicides over the past several years, so mental health has become a real concern for administrative staff, for our training division, for our chaplains.
The QPR program helps them recognize warning signs, start uncomfortable conversations with someone who's struggling, and provides them with information on places to turn for help.
I think it was a great training. I think we got some great tools that they can use on a day-to-day basis for the next time we have a need, unfortunately.
It makes us feel great that we're making a difference in people's lives. We're saving lives, we're helping people to save lives, and there's nothing more empowering than saving somebody's life.
The Taney County Health Department has worked with veterans groups and has gone into schools to train teachers and students. Now, the training is free, and they're willing to teach anyone in Taney County who wants to learn these life-saving skills. Other groups also offer this free QPR training, including Community Partnership of the Ozarks, which does training primarily in Greene, Christian, Taney, and Howell counties. Now, we have more resources about suicide prevention, including resources for the 988 hotline on our website at ky3.com.